Welcome to Spirits and Supernatural. I'm Dawn.
I'm Jenny.
We're back at it again
Here we are.
more angels.
Oh my goodness, we're never going to run out of angels.
We've had this discussion. Oh my gosh. We're also here with our friend Amber.
And she really is an angel. She's so sweet.
Hate that. Thank you.
Well, I'm like, Amber, I need a video clip of this. Can you find it for me? And before I'm even done asking the question, it's in my inbox. So she is amazing.
So today we're going to talk about Metatron.
Your favorite?
And Gadreel, which I think is an appropriate pair because Gadreel worked for Metatron. And
nearly every episode that Gadreel is in, Metatron is in as well. Yep.
So we stirred our creative juices. That sounds real nice. And made up another cocktail. You're welcome. I thought it and I said it and I knew you'd have a response.
I wasn't even going to respond until you said, about the way that sounded. This is the dirty podcast today, I guess.
Awesome.
Been watching too much of The Boys, apparently.
I haven't watched any of the new season, actually, yet. Okay, so this cocktail, we have named the plot twist, and it includes Indigo Gin. This is Empress brand Indigo Gin. It is colored with butterfly pea flower, which sounds weird, but it's literally like dried flowers. I have some for everybody who can watch it. And you can make a tea with it, which is what I did for Jenny.
Thank you.
She's not having alcohol today. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but the tea from it is a very, it's called Indigo Gin because
it's really pretty.
It's like a gem, a blue gem color.
It's like sapphire. Yeah. It's really pretty.
The gin itself has a bit more of a purple tone, but an interesting thing happens to it when you add some of our ingredients. So I'm going to give myself a shot of gin in my glass, and then we're going to do our magic trick.
Okay.
Oh, I can't get the lid off.
And that's the first trick, ladies and gentlemen.
There we go. I did it. Go me.
Yay. So why did you choose to do this cocktail, Miss Dawn?
I like gin.
Yeah. You're like, as long as Jenny's not drinking, I'm going to have gin for every cocktail.
This is actually much more purple and
it's pretty
a different
too.
Color, but it's very pretty. The fun thing about this particular flower, and some of you might already know, is that if you add an acid to it, it makes it change colors. So we're going to add a little bit. Jenny's going to add lemonade. I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice to mine. And we'll see. I feel like I need more gin in there for it to be obvious. Oh no, I'm going to do another shot.
Oh no.
I'm not just going to straight drink gin and lemon juice. I'll just tell you that.
I think that we should add lemon juice to mine and not lemonade because I feel like...
Do you think it's going to act differently?
There's going to be more straight acid in a lemon juice than in a lemon.
So I'm just going to put... This is like a half an ounce of lemon juice. And then we pour it in. And
oh my gosh, it's like a science experiment.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Mm-hmm. So we have, it changes colors as it goes.
That was the plot twist.
That was the plot twist.
That was really cool.
Which feels appropriate for our characters.
I like it. Yeah. Let's clink. Take a sip.
Oh, I'm going to put ginger ale in mine because I'm not just drinking it straight like that.
Well, I am.
Good. Well, that's because yours is not.
Mine doesn't have alcohol in it. Mm-hmm. So Dawn brewed me up some pea flower tea.
Butterfly pea flower, yep.
Butterfly pea flower. Mm-hmm. That's like a mouthful.
It is. It truly is.
And I don't like tea, generally speaking, but this was really good. It's got a real earthy taste to it. And it's not sweet. I don't usually like florals, like chamomile. Mm-hmm. Can't stand chamomile tea. It's like drinking perfume to me. But that's not what this is at all. It's very earthy, and I like it. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. So there was our plot twist.
Science.
Yeah. We bring so much to the people.
Amber is wrapped.
Are you still with us? Have we put you to sleep yet?
I'm not a drinker, and so I don't have any clue. I haven't drank in a long time. Yeah. It's been a long.
Our dedicated and designated podcaster.
She is our designated podcaster. That's right. She always brings us back on when we go off the rails.
All right. Metatron.
Yay.
The Scribe of God.
Played by Curtis Armstrong.
I didn't meet him, but I saw him in Vegas. And he
so
was
jealous.
Literally just like hearing his interaction because his table was near ours. He was just so nice to everybody.
I love Curtis Armstrong. My introduction to Curtis Armstrong, because I'm a child of the 80s, was a little film called Revenge of the Nerds. And he played Booger. And he made the longest burp in the history of burps ever. So that's
Guinness Book burp.
Probably. There was that in the movie. But then he's in two other shows that are my favorite shows. But number one was he played Herbert Viola on Moonlighting. And Moonlighting starred Sybil Shepherd and Bruce Willis back in the 80s as well. And he was on that.
The thing about Moonlighting is I was born while that show was airing.
Yes. So you remember it well.
Yep.
Your mom's watching it in the hospital while you're being born.
Totally.
Risky Business. It had Tom Cruise.
I've not seen Risky Business, but I did see he was in that.
So Risky Business was rated R. So was Revenge of the Nerds. So honestly, I probably never saw either the whole full length of either of those because I wouldn't have been allowed to watch rated R movies. And I was usually a pretty good girl and didn't try to sneak stuff until I was probably older, until I was like 17. But
you wouldn't want to break Jodie's heart.
I wouldn't. But then he did one episode of Psych. I don't know if you ever watched Psych, but he did an episode of Psych.
He was definitely in like one episode of this and that a lot of things over the years.
I'm sure that
it's
vast.
When I was looking at his IMDb page, it was a lot of like popular shows from the 90s. He was in one episode and it was like Felicity or I can't even remember all
And didn't
of them.
he start off in Broadway though? Like
I don't know.
Plays. I thought that maybe he started off as plays.
On stage.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
But anyhow, he's a great actor. Mm-hmm. But
he's been in 132 episodes of American Dad.
That's a cartoon, right?
It's an adult animated cartoon show. Yeah.
Never, obviously
you've never seen it, but for people who are closer to my age, American Dad.
Yeah. No thanks.
But the Scribe of God.
Yes.
All right.
Did we hate Metatron immediately?
Not immediately, right? Like when it starts out, he kind of seems like this humble guy. He's like, you know, God was out there picking somebody and he pulled me out of a lineup of nobodies.
Well, kind of, I guess. Mm-hmm. I feel like he thought he was important initially. Yeah. He thought he was important that God chose him.
Yeah, but he felt he wasn't happy about that being hidden away and because he had so much power.
As a writer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But then, I mean, we're jumping the gun because he shows up in season 8. He's in 3 episodes of season 8. I think 4 or 5 episodes of season 9, a handful in 10, and then 11. Don't Call Me Shirley is when he and God are face to face, him and Chuck, and he's like, "You're the first guy I saw when I walked through the door. There's nothing special about you."
Right.
Yeah.
Which messes with your head, right? And very on brand for God in the show.
But you're right, when we meet him, he's just this squirrely kind of guy. He's surrounded by books. He's in a hotel, an empty hotel, basically.
His thing was that he took the writings and he escaped heaven and was protected for hundreds of years by Native American tribes. He hid himself away because he thought if the archangels had this information that he had, the writings of God, that they would kill him and use it. So he was trying to hide. And he seems kind of like this shy, nerdy, almost college professor type when we first see him.
I don't know. I think I felt like he kind of came off as kind of arrogant right away. I didn't find him to be humble. Okay. Early on. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
I didn't say
misremembering.
Humble, but definitely
Well, you said shy. So I guess shy and humble aren't necessarily synonyms. Yeah. But did you think that he was more...
First impression.
Yeah.
My first impression was he knew he had power and he knew that Sam and Dean, he felt they were lesser. That was my feeling.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But all angels felt that way about the Winchesters.
Yeah.
Initially.
Oh, yeah.
Because some angels are, not necessarily humble, but they can hold it in. But he was like, I write these books and I've got this and let me show you this. And
I love when he makes Cass understand pop culture references, though.
Just makes everybody's life a lot easier, right?
I still don't understand why every other angel that was on the planet was not as stupid as Cass was. They understood stuff, and he's like, I don't understand that reference. Why? I just don't understand why he was the outlier that didn't know anything.
I think to compare, or maybe make some kind of analogy for it, there are people who you think because of their age are aware of everything that's on social media, and they've seen all the TikTok reels. Jen does this with me all the time. She's like, have you seen that TikTok? And I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Even though we're the same age, and we people would assume we know the same references, but not necessarily. And maybe that's just, it wasn't Cass's thing. He was more focused on something else than...
But Cass didn't know anything.
About, the human references?
Yeah, but, even sometimes people will be like, have you seen this guy or this woman or whatever? And I'm like, no, but I've heard of them. I've at least heard of them or heard of the reference, where he didn't at all. Mm-hmm. And literally said, I don't understand that reference.
Which you don't think is hilarious, but anyways.
No, it was stupid. He was so stupid.
Well, then bless Metatron for helping Cass be less stupid.
I do appreciate that. Maybe it helped me appreciate Metatron a lot more.
Maybe Castiel was like that because God sent him specifically for that one purpose, and maybe that's something.
And Cass was so devout, he just never...
Yeah.
He only focused on his job,
Yeah. God was like, you do this, and that's it. I don't know.
But Metatron... Back to Metatron.
So the adjectives I picked for Metatron were vengeful, scheming, manipulating, and tricksy.
Tricksy. Mm-hmm. He was squirrely, too. Yeah. Not in the Dean Winchester
Lots
good
of
kind of squirrel.
Lots of positive things from me to say about Metatron.
I don't know anybody in the fandom that would say Metatron's my favorite.
I'm sure somebody would.
Really?
Yeah.
And you think they would mean it?
I think so.
He's one of my favorites. I think he does the show justice, and he was needed for the show.
Oh, he definitely, yeah.
One of my favorite lines is when he's with Castiel, and he's like, do you know how many things I had to steal and then pawn to pay for that? Little things like that.
Steal. Yeah, he does, get to say a lot of funny stuff, for sure.
But, and then a lot of characters on there have gotten, passes and stuff that have done really horrible things, and, He tried to redeem himself in the end.
End. Okay, so that's the thing is, he did a lot of terrible crap, though.
Yeah.
He set stuff up because he decided, you know what? I should be God. Yeah. And so he just, did a lot of crappy things.
He caused the angels to fall. That's huge.
In order to put himself in power. Because as soon as he realized, I have all this power and I can do all of this, and God's not around to stop me, he was like, I'm better than all y'all, and I can make myself God. And he did it.
Yeah. He manipulated Gadreel. He manipulated Castiel. Mm-hmm. He was not a good guy.
No. He was not.
I understand his purpose, like you said, Amber, but as far as appreciating him, I could not appreciate him.
I don't good guy, and I don't say he did good things, but
his motives were always selfish.
But it's like Crowley. I adore Crowley. Crowley was not a good guy.
And a lot of the characters in the show jump back and forth between being good or bad. Even at times, it's the Winchesters, and one of them has to stop the other before they cross a line. That's kind of the whole thing that we see. Yeah, for me, I think, at least on the scale for me, Metatron's bad outweighs his good.
Oh, I would not disagree with that.
Yeah.
He kills Dean, which triggers Dean becoming a demon. Mm-hmm. I mean, he did a lot of bad things.
He did a lot of bad stuff.
Horrible things.
Curtis Armstrong played him phenomenally.
Well, yeah, that's not even a dispute.
No. The fact that, his vessel is this little squirrely dude.
Yeah.
Who looks like, all he has to do is change his clothes and he looks homeless.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, I'm just Marv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts, I was in season 9, when Gadreel walks in on him and he's dressed up he's got the trench coat on, like trying to look like Cass, trying to figure out,
his look.
Yeah. How can I make myself more lovable? And
he understands the meta of it, like needing the appearance too.
Yeah. And he says, he describes Cass as a mentally deficient puppy. I like that description. And then he goes, but I'm lovable and I'm funny. I made God laugh twice. I thought that was really fun. I thought that was good.
It was.
And he was trying to understand. He didn't get it. He didn't understand, why do people love Cass? Why do people hate me? Mm-hmm. To him, there wasn't any. They were more on a level playing field, except that he even thought he was more elevated than Cass, and just didn't get it. He didn't understand why. But I love that you loved him, Amber. I think that's really cool. I've never heard anybody say that before.
There are a few out there, but when I comment about it, I always say, I know I'm the slim few who really appreciated Metatron's character a lot more.
I think it was a great plot line for sure with him, and it was something fresh and different, because we've definitely talked about like the British Men of Letters season.
Yeah.
That everybody's is that season 10? Everybody just kind of
season 8.
Yeah. Drags through.
Or no,
obviously.
I'm sorry, not 8.
Wasn't it 10? No.
Oh no, was it 12?
Who's yelling at us?
Let's see, that was 12.
12,
okay.
Yeah.
People are yelling at us right now. It's fine. There's definitely plots. And there have been times I've watched this show and I'm watching some episode that I'm like, didn't we do this with something else like 4 seasons ago?
Yeah.
So Metatron's arc, like that whole plot was definitely fresh and different. Like to have something, because we've seen like various other characters try to be God. Mm-hmm. So here's this dude who looks nothing like the other angels.
Right.
Like, he's not like some tall, handsome guy. He's not wearing the business suit. He's not, doing like, Sister Joe did or like Balthazar did. He's just this little like hobbit of a man.
Yeah. That's a great description.
And when Bobby sees him, he's like, this is your idea of God. He looks like a character from Fraggle Rock or something like that. And that really makes
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And I think, I don't know, maybe that the vessel that he had kind of personified his insecurities, that maybe he was just like this insignificant random dude.
Yeah.
But he was a master manipulator.
Oh my, yes. What did you think about when he met Chuck, though? And that whole episode with him and Chuck?
I don't remember it.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
And Rob sings Fare Thee Well? You don't remember that?
I remember Rob singing. I don't remember anything else.
Oh my gosh. I can't. I'm just going to drink my drink.
Refresh my memory, friends. There are 27 episodes of the show.
This is when we find out that about the Samulet and that, oh yeah, I can turn that off and I can turn that on. You don't.
I do, but I don't right now. Okay.
Yeah. So
there's a lot happening in my life.
Yeah.
It was emotional, and you could tell how much in amazement he was to be in the presence of God. And he did such a good job with that.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't it like turn around and Chuck is just like, yeah, whatever. And it makes him feel really small.
Yeah. That's when Chuck is, I don't remember the exact lines, obviously, but Metatron is like, but you chose me. Mm-hmm. I'm the scribe. I'm the writer. I wrote this for you.
Big emotional revelation.
And he's just like, you're the first guy I saw. Mm-hmm. And so I pointed at you. You meant nothing. Yeah. And so then it has Chuck writing the end, basically, for the boys. And
doesn't he like write it and then he's like, how does this sound? And he's trying to get like Metatron to be his cheerleader.
Yeah, and Metatron reads it, and he's just like...
This is crap.
Well, he was just shocked at what the ending was, yeah.
Okay. It's coming back to me.
Okay.
Good job.
Have his revelation of he needs to help more because he saw what was going to happen, what the ending was going to be, and he wasn't okay with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he was in seasons 8, 9, 10, 11. He was in 15 episodes, which is really quite a lot for a guest actor on the show.
For sure. On this show, yeah.
Yeah. 327 episodes, and they had a bajillion, give or take, 3 or 4 guest actors. Yeah. And none of them, very rarely did someone reoccur that many episodes. Mm-hmm. Like you and Charlie.
We don't see that much. Yeah.
No. And she was huge. And Garth, they were and Donna doesn't even show up to season 10?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. So 15 is a lot of episodes.
Yeah. And it's over the span of several seasons, too. Yeah. It's not just 8
through 11.
Yeah.
So what did you like about Metatron then? Just because he propelled the story forward, or what did you like about him?
Yeah, he played the character so well, and you just wanted to stay in tune with what was happening. He made it interesting. His character brought a lot, and then he brought the funny in, which I liked a lot, which went a lot with the show. And, I don't know how to describe it. It's just, I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of times with this show, it's hard to quite articulate what it is that has drawn you into an episode or a character. It's a lot of emotional things. Yep. So when you're I liked them, but I don't have the words for it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
The boys actually at one point capture him, I'm using quotation marks, in the holy fire. Mm-hmm. And he's shaking oh. But because he has the power of the angel tablet at the time, and he just blows the holy fire away, that was pretty cool. So to you, Amber, I know you like Castiel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So when he stole Cass's grace and everything, did you have feelings about that?
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. But to me, sometimes I see it more as it just makes the show good. I don't see the emotion of, I don't like this character. I don't, like what they do. I like the enjoyment of how fulfilling it makes the show to me. So when he stole that was a great writer's choice. And it just evolved the show so well to me and made it more interesting, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. Do you have anything else to say about Metatron?
Not at this point. I don't think so.
What about you, Amber? Do you have any other deep thoughts or shallow thoughts about Metatron?
No. But
I think he's a great character. Like I said, I think that the plot for that was... You're laughing. What did you have?
No, I think you get the gist of how I feel, and I know 99% of the fandom doesn't feel that way, but I stand strongly behind how I feel about that.
That's the same way as I feel about Castiel. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's 99%. I think I have probably at least 25% of people that are on my side or whatever that feel the same way about Cass.
Similar, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I obviously don't have a very popular opinion about it, but I'm not changing it either. So, yeah, I get it. All right. So then we're going to wrap up this episode talking about Gadreel / Ezekiel. Yeah. So when he first comes on, we think he's Ezekiel, and Sam had just gone through the trials. He was on death's door, literally met death, and was going to die. And Dean couldn't have that, obviously. And so he calls for help. And Ezekiel shows up, played by Tomo Pennicott. Dean makes a call to Castiel and says, so there's this angel Ezekiel saying that he would help. And Cass is like, oh, he's a good guy. I worked with him or fought with him or knew him or whatever. And so Dean is like, okay, yeah. Because a couple of the other angels that showed up when Dean made the call just were coming, and they wanted to know where Cass was, and they wanted to kill Cass, and they wanted to, that was their focus. They didn't care about Sam or helping him. We think that Ezekiel's a good guy and is coming to just help.
Well, Ezekiel was famed as this really righteous, great angel that everybody admired. So when you're Gadreel,
we find out later, who told Cass? Was it the girl that he was riding around with for a while? It says Ezekiel, he died in the fall. finds out that Ezekiel's actually dead. And then we find out that it's Gadreel, who was not necessarily had as noble and kind intentions as Ezekiel did.
Well, I think initially, and this is probably the way they present him, you feel bad for Gadreel. Because he was the angel who was picked to guard the gates of the garden. And he let the serpent in.
Yeah.
He was tricked by Lucifer, whatever, somehow or other. He, if you think about it, is the reason that everything has happened as far as history as we know it. He's the reason for the fall of man and sin, etc., because he let the evil into the garden. And he is then punished for the rest of forever.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah, he was even in jail in heaven for a long time.
Yeah.
So this is season 9, episode 1. I think I'm going to like it here. We meet him. We meet Tomo. He talks to Dean. Dean tricks Sam into saying yes. He inhabits Sam. Then we don't see Tomo again for another 9 episodes. We see Gadreel in probably every episode. I didn't watch all of season 9 before recording this. But so Gadreel, we saw him because when Dean wanted to talk to him, he would call him Zeke or whatever.
Yeah, because Dean thought it was Zeke.
Yeah. Or Dean would be saying something to somebody and Sam would just and would be Gadreel and be like, what you're about to do, you cannot do. If you do that, then I will have to leave. I mean, he was very manipulative too. If you don't get rid of Castiel, I will have to leave.
Because Castiel would have sensed.
Well, that, I don't know.
I don't think he did at first.
No, he didn't, because he was with them for a while.
Didn't he sense that like something was different?
No, I don't think so. Okay. I think it was just Gadreel was afraid because he knew all the angels were after Cass. And that if that many angels were coming, then some of them were going to be able to recognize that he was in Sam, I guess, is my thinking, that he's like, they will find me and it's not safe for me or for Sam. Right. Which it wasn't, but he had different motivations for that, obviously. So then when we see him in episode 10, Dean is finally trying to find Sam. Gadreel has buried Sam within his own mind. And he,
in a fantasy.
Yeah, he thinks that he's fighting, I don't know, werewolf cheerleaders or zombie or something like that. He, he has Crowley come and try and find him. And Crowley is using the Alfie method of the drills, the spikes to the head, trying to dig in there and find him. And so that's when we find out. There's been 10 episodes and we find out that it's not Ezekiel, it's Gadreel. In the meantime, though, I'm just going to back up. We did have that episode where Charlie died and Ezekiel/Gadreel did bring her back. Remember the Wizard of Oz episode? Charlie died.
Yeah.
And anyhow, so he did do some good. I mean, he didn't have to heal her.
I felt like it was similar to Castiel on a mission, and that was all his mind was set on. It was mission at the beginning,
Crowley's like drilling Sam, and not just figuratively, literally
drilling into his head.
And so Dean says, we need somebody to go in and find him. And Crowley's like, I could do it. So Crowley's basically still prisoner of the boys at that time. So he goes and Dean says, do you remember what word he told him to use?
Was it Poughkeepsie?
Yeah. He's like, when you get there, tell him Poughkeepsie. Because Sam is like in the middle of this dream world or whatever. Crowley shows up and Sam like freaks out. And Crowley's like, listen to me. He says Poughkeepsie. And Sam's like, how do you know that word? And Crowley's like, all right, let's do this the fun way, and grabs a gun and shoots him. But nothing happens because
he's in a dream world.
Yeah. So finally gets Gadreel out. And Metatron is at the bar because the bartender is played by Tomo, which is Gadreel. And so when Gadreel leaves Sam, you see the bright lights coming through the window, and the bartender goes, yes. And
just, out of the blue, back. He just goes, yes, yeah.
Yeah, and he just comes back to him. So I thought that was really kind of cool, the way they did that. Mm-hmm. And then we don't see him again for another 8 episodes.
I particularly liked how Jared played Sam being possessed by Gadreel, and when he would switch, his whole body.
Yeah.
All of his mannerisms and everything changed, and the way that he talked even changed. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I think that was some of Jared's best acting. I personally feel like Jared did some of his best acting when he was soulless, and then when he was possessed by Gadreel, personally.
I'm a fan of seeing actors stretch their acting ability when they're a character as somebody else like that. We get to see if they're possessed by Lucifer or Michael or somebody else, getting to see that. And we'll get to talk about that very soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are actually almost getting to the end of the angels.
Yes.
So then we don't see him for 8 episodes. And then the boys capture Gadreel because he's working with Metatron. They capture Gadreel, and doesn't Metatron capture Cass? And then they do a swap. Does that make sense? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Does that sound right to you?
Is it later on when, because Cass breaks loose when Metatron captures him, but I don't remember. Is that later on?
Probably.
Because he has his chair, and then he discovers.
Well, he breaks the angel tablet at one point.
Yeah,
that had happened yet.
Prisoner swap.
Yeah, they do a prisoner swap with them.
Okay.
And so that's season 18. No, sorry. Episode 18 of season 9. So then he's in the last 3. Tamo's in and Gadreel is in the last 3 episodes of season 9. He meets Cass in secret regarding Metatron, because Metatron, while we didn't see Tamo, but we did see Sam, Jared, kill Kevin as Gadreel.
Yes.
Being manipulated by Metatron.
I am
saying, you have to do this.
Yes. And I am staunchly that Sam did not kill Kevin. It was Gadreel, but he did it because Metatron told him to do it.
Right. But it was by Sam's literal physical hand.
Right.
And Sam didn't realize he had done that until that episode when Crowley comes and he's like, everything that happened, you've seen, you have to remember. And boom, he remembers it. And he's like, did I kill Kevin? And I thought this is one of the best scenes, because Crowley's like, no, you didn't. He did. And it's like, man, I love Crowley. Because he didn't have to be kind. He didn't, Yeah.
I mean, it's not really his character, but at this point, we're in season 9. Crowley's been around the boys long enough that he's learned what it's like to be human a little.
Yeah. Well,
remembered again.
Well, he went through the whole human bloodlust.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Thing. So, the Winchesters had a bit of an influence on him.
Yeah, they
for that.
did.
But even Crowley, says, no, you didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the episode where Gadreel walks in and sees Metatron acting like Cass, that episode, Gadreel goes to the bunker. And Dean, who is really being overtaken by the mark at that time, slashes him with the
first blade.
And it would have been a fatal wound. Gadreel takes off. He's going to die.
He's bleeding out.
Yeah. He's going to die, and Cass heals him.
Even though Gadreel doesn't want him to, because Cass is still kind of he's on borrowed grace at that point, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like, don't do it, brother. You can't afford to, or whatever.
And Cass does it anyway, because he's stupid.
That's true. I will
That is not. I was trying to catch you. It didn't work.
You're not going to happen. So then how does Gadreel... He sacrifices himself, doesn't he?
Yeah, in the
kills
end,
himself.
he sacrifices himself.
Like a suicide bomber or whatever.
Basically, yeah. In order to, try to stop...
Because he and Cass are in prison together. and he uses himself to blow open the cell doors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he ended up having a redemptive arc as well, but can you really forgive him for killing Kevin?
That is like forever the challenge for me, because I adored Kevin Tran. I have a lot of sympathy for Gadreel in general, because I don't think anybody deserves to be punished for 2,000 plus bajillion years for a mistake they made. Mind you, it was a big mistake.
Yeah.
But he knows, and he's like, I have to do better. And that's why he's helping Metatron, is he thinks he's doing better.
Yeah.
He's trying to, even though Metatron's the one who made the angels fall, he's like, well, if we can restore heaven, and Metatron is the one with the coherent, quote unquote, plan, I think he was trying. And once he realized how crazy Metatron actually was, he was willing to sacrifice himself. But I think when you've been through what he's been through, it feels like self-sacrifice is the only redemption.
Yeah. He's not the only one that did that on the show either. So,
Oh, yeah, no. Like, self-sacrifice is... Have we discussed that that's the Winchester brothers' middle names before?
It's the tagline of Supernatural.
Get prepared to sacrifice yourself. Everybody does.
I would love to meet Tomo someday, though.
My first encounter with Tomo was actually watching a show called Dollhouse, which was, I think, from like the early 2000s. And he was pretty important character on there. And so when I was watching Supernatural and he came on, I was like, I know you. That was a big moment for me in that. But he also was on an episode of Fire Country.
Yes.
And he was on an episode of Tracker as well.
I don't know if I saw the Tracker episode. I did see the Fire Country one.
And I think it's almost like Easter eggs for fans of Supernatural when we watch other shows now. And it's almost like a meme, like a running joke of like, I recognize that person, and it's because they were on an episode or they were in a season of Supernatural.
For sure. And he did a Lifetime thriller movie last year with Alexa Penavega, and I'm a huge fan of her and her husband Carlos. It was called Before Your Father Finds Us, and he was the ex-husband of her, and he was like in prison, and anyhow, it's a thriller. But it's a Lifetime thriller, so it's not like it's more tame.
Yeah, because it's on Lifetime.
Yeah.
On the other hand, he was also in a thriller series from 2022 called Devil in Ohio.
Oh.
So it's about like this woman who is trying to rescue this girl from this like cult. His character was a guy named Malachi, and I feel like he was the cult leader, if I remember right, but I'm checking myself right now on that.
Is that based on a book?
It is, yeah. It is based
so.
on a book, yeah.
I haven't read it yet. But yeah, I'll have to. I live in Ohio.
I don't, it's not like
required.
based on reality, but it is set in Ohio, I think.
Cool.
But it was a good show, too.
Awesome. So, do you have any more thoughts on Gadreel?
He was a good character. I liked him. And I think Jared did a good job when he switched back and forth. But, he wasn't like a favorite of mine. But I did love the scene when he went into the restaurant and helped. I liked that scene. The actor wasn't necessarily in it, but helped Jared win the fight when he became.
Oh, yeah. When they're like about to lose a fight against some demons. And so Gadreel takes over and like just wipes them all out. And then Sam's like, wait, how did we get out of that fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a really good scene.
I probably like Gadreel because I like Tomo in other things. That probably influenced me.
Well, that's the same like with Curtis Armstrong. I
You
liked
like
him. Yeah, he's just iconic. He's an iconic character. But no, I liked Herbert Viola from Moonlighting. Okay. I loved that show. And I liked his character that he played in Psych, the one episode he was in. But yeah. All right. Well, thank you again, Amber, for joining us. We appreciate you. You're always so helpful and kind.
Thank you for having me.
So let's toot our own horns on this plot twist.
I liked it. I had the mocktail. For one thing, let's talk about I felt like it was very mocktailable.
Oh yeah, when we were talking about this, and we said we wanted a cocktail that was unique because both of these characters were like kind of manipulative, deceptive in what they were doing. So we wanted something that kind of expressed that.
Yeah.
So I think I said to you, I was like, I feel like we need something that you think is going to taste one way, but ends up something else.
Actually, I said that to you,
Okay.
and then you're like, hey,
I have this
idea. I
idea.
got something that changes colors.
Right,
yeah.
right. And so I guess it's good that we had that.
Yes.
So I'm impressed with us. We're so smart.
We are. We'll pat ourselves on the back. Throw our shoulders out. We're doing it.
Actually, my shoulder's pretty messed up, but unrelated.
Yes. So it was very mocktailable. Mm-hmm. Did it match our characters? I think so well, because they are completely... You think there's something else, especially Gadreel and Sam.
You don't like tea, you liked it.
That would go with the taste.
Yeah,
but
there's just... Okay.
We called it the plot twist because... It looks like it's going to be something else. And then you added the acid and it changed colors. And I think that was really cool. It's like science experiment. And
we did a science experiment.
So, and the taste, you know what? I'm going to give it a full swig. I actually really liked it. And I usually don't like tea at all.
I've made a version of this cocktail several times. As you can see, this bottle is not very full.
She bought this bottle at noon today.
We bought this bottle like a month or more
and there's
ago.
A quarter of it left.
We bought this a while ago.
I'm just kidding.
I've actually had a few different cocktails made with this. I had a lavender cocktail made with this when I was in Norfolk for a con. It was very good. And I've been wanting to try this. So my husband actually bought me this bottle of gin.
Oh,
because he loves me very much. Thanks, Tim.
He knows you're a gin girl.
He does. It's true.
All right. So does it match our characters? Absolutely. Because it looks like something else and becomes something else. I think that was perfect.
Yes.
It was mocktailable, matched our characters. The taste was great. What am I missing?
Oh, it was super easy.
Super easy to make.
It's literally like a shot or so of gin,
Making the tea was probably the hardest labor part of it for you, I guess.
Yes.
But you're a tea drinker too.
I
so
do.
You make a lot of tea.
I do, yeah.
Well,
I'd just be brewing
that was
and
very
mixing
successful.
up all kinds of things. 8 out of 8 because we're so cool.
We are so cool. Thanks, Amber, for coming to our love fest of ourselves.
Thank you for having me. I enjoyed it.
Good.
She's not tired of us yet.
She's like, never doing that again.
Oh
These girls are weird. All right. Oh, what? You look like you're going to say something.
We need to talk about our giveaway.
Oh my gosh, we need to talk about it because it's like in 2 episodes.
It's so soon.
Holy cow. We got to figure out what hoops they have to jump through in order to receive it.
I think some liking, some subscribing, something fun.
Yeah. Sharing us and...
We have to figure out how to do that. But
yeah.
We will.
We will. So
do the things.
You're going to win a...
Whoopsie.
I do have a shout out. We have a follower on Instagram, Deborah Simmons 967. She shares all of our stuff all the time. It's very sweet.
You're so cool, Deborah.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Deborah.
You. With all of my kidneys. Okay, sorry.
What's that from?
A just weird joke from college.
Oh, it's not even on a TV show?
Nope.
I thought it was like a quote from a show.
It's my weird friends and me.
Okay, well, there you go, Deborah. Okay, so thanks, everybody. Again, we really do appreciate everybody. And if you're so inclined, please give us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to us. And share us with your friends. If you have supernatural friends that like supernatural, and if you have friends that just like to listen to idiots, share us.
You know, con season will be coming up here.
Yes.
So if you find yourself at a convention, you can find me at a Wayward Market table. You can find Jenny
in New Jersey and Columbus
staring at Jensen, spaced out.
Yeah, if he's on stage, don't come talk to me. No. Other than that, I would be happy to talk to you at any time. So
great.
All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a great rest of the week.